era wilba era ovuga bikubo byataka byerere era you're going to tour Uganda naro. Some of you guys that have never traveled Uganda, that have not been to these parts, today we're going to be touring them. Good morning, Martha. How are you today? Director Martha Academy. Ngenda kulambula ebitundu ebitalambulangako mukakase nti amataka gakyaliyo. All that green, eh? All that green. This is a wetland. Yeah. And I think NEMA would actually arrest you if they found you trying to build here. Actually, some of the structures that are here are temporary. Instead of all very permanent. I think because that's a wetland that's supposed to be. Don't put permanent building. Because if you don't know, we are deep in Matuga there. If you guess where we are before you, erinnya n'olyogera yakumanya nti Uganda ogitambudde. But you guys see how green this place is. Tubulamu nguudo nnungi tube nga tufaanana Europe. For example, kana akakubo senga kabadde ka tarmac senga tulinga Europe. Bye byokka bye tubulamu. But we have all the green that Europe has, and to top it up we have very good weather. Katubulamu buguudo bwa tarmac bwereere. To find in Europe. Because some of these places, especially these places that are out of Kampala, they are very nice places. Good morning, Abby, how are you today? So yesterday I hosted people at my home. And one of them came in a RAV4, the old model, very nice looking car, something that you would ideally buy like 15 million. But of course they drank, they danced, and they left my place at around 11. And at around midnight, midnight I get a call from him. Nanga mama ni athe moroke siranye jango ntwalekewa Matuga. So I went and wanted to see what was wrong, to see if I could help fix it. And this is a problem that so many people actually have. The problem he had happens to so many people. Wetuli baitawo manze. I know this place now, yeah? I know it when I see Bupandes. So now this is Semoto, yeah, when we baita Chiwebwa. The guys that don't know, I'm sure some of you have learned this way. Abegwa zereti ntuse kusawa emune dakika 15 network anensumbuwamu, and then it connected around 7:16. Wilbur, Martha, where are you school? I'm also from Namawejolo. It's my residence. We bring our kids. Martha, my customer wa uli. Hey, Martha and said that. Yesterday, one of my followers, one of the people I help buy cars, who is an engineer, and came. I'm trying to remodel my house as well to make it look. I want to change the design. I want something that is much more modern. And I've seen some of his works. They're very modern. So he's going to redo. I will show you a 3D impression when he has it. So he's first going to generate a 3D impression, and when we start on a 3D impression, I will share that impression of the house. The design work. He does very, very nice work. He does it from architecture drawing, construction, finishing, and all that. So yeah, yesterday was pretty packed. On your way to town, but now you would have been on Bombo Road. Only I'm not going to town, Abby. You just get to town. I'm running some errands. Then I think that must be like a petrol station of sorts. Actually, no, I think it's also, this might actually be a school. The way it's built, might be a school. So ngenda balambuza ebikuba bamubye mutagenda nganamu, so it will be like you have actually been there. So random car talk today. So I was giving you a story of a friend of mine, Ajide Muravfo, and usawa mukaga ne mufako ngari mu kikubo ky'ettaka somewhere. Of course, namukadde n'agenda na rescuing of the day. Emoroka eri Muravfo twagirese ku kubo because it had a very bad short circuit. Now whenever you try to replace the fuse with shorts, and I told him, you know what, get a very good wiring guy, to figure out the short before you the short circuit before he decides for you to go on your way. So and we remove the battery, because that's if someone can figure out what's wrong with that car and they are a mechanic, and the car has a battery, you can definitely take the car. But without the battery, they have nowhere to take the car. So actually it's our demokaga. Because I remember I left home at around 1:30. Road. So this is Semoto Road, and you can come from Uganda whenever it rains. Yeah, but this used to be a very smooth road. Obviously, compared to so Rwemedde. Isn't it? This is Rwemedde. This is Rwemedde. Well, no matter Rwemedde. On the road from Semoto Road, Chibaita Chiroro, to Hoima Road. We're heading to Hoima Road with Simanyebu. I know the network is pushing you off, guys, but good morning, Deep in Coffee. Good morning, Emma Bujuko. Good morning, Chairman Zach. Good morning, Chris Fitness. Good morning, Isaac Wandera. Today, you guys are going to be touring these remote places of Uganda. So, electrical faults in cars are things that should not be taken for granted. The moment when you hit potholes, it goes off. Then it's something you should get looked into. It means you have loose connections somewhere. Loose connections can actually start a fire in a car. That's something I don't want anyone to ever ignore. if your car has a loose connection, it's all quite longer to take it. So you should be taking care of that. So that friend of mine, it was a loose connection. But you not loose connection, it took an and chibi sagara kubera the cause for someone's car burning. The way very young, I can take a kanyana ngenda. Now here he told me that car had already done the same thing we had done in Wero. So this was like the third time it was doing it in one day. Because that was late. Fire extinguisher and all that. So it was a very, very, very bad thing. Yeah, but I've tried to call him now. I'll call him a little later after the broadcast. So what's our destination today? Our destination is Mitiana, and I'm not going to use the conventional routes. Piseno Munda in the villages. I've done this before when I was working in. I had three. I had 3 workstations. I had a workstation in Mubende. I had a workstation in Hoima, and I had a workstation in Masaka. So I would basically drive from Mubende. I would drive from Hoima to Mubende, from Mubende to Masaka without going back to the without going back to the bypass. Okay, without going back to Kuseka. So I'd only use these roads deep inside, and I would normally be using Google Maps, and I would normally be traveling at 2 a.m. so that I get to the other workstation by 7. So, and I would, every 2 days I would change workstation. I was supervising teams, and this is how I learned that roads like this one can actually make life a little bit easier. And I think that if the government worked on roads like this, because if you realize, if you look at the surroundings, we are actually not we are not an ugly country. Our country is very beautiful. Like if this was tarmac, Kuhoima Road. But right now, because some of the places I skip potholes, the one won't happen, because it's not organized, it wasn't. Some places are not professionally done, because abantu babakuba enfufu ne bagikuwa ne bateekawo bihampu ebyabwe ne bagamba bw'okuba hampu eno at least ekimoloka kyonooneke okitegeera. Good morning, Ahimbisiwe. Amina, I'm back. So I did not do a broadcast on Saturday and Sunday. I was hosting people at my place yesterday. So Saturday I had to prepare, and then yesterday I was hosting them. I was in the Somero Mulidabye Church of Uganda school, I think. You see, Uganda is a very beautiful country. Uganda National Road Authority is a little sluggish. Kana kata unibakaita batya. Hey, Airtel yachusiza tagline. Kati a reason to imagine is the new tagline. Kana kata unisirabye kapande kannemye okutegeera. But you see, Orugudo wadde lwataka si lubinyo. It's actually a road yosobola okuvuga every day nganze bwenvuga Orugudo lwange. Nekati eno ploti zikyaliyo bannange temuleme okwagala okugula ploti okulaza eka z'amataka mulime mu abaagala okulima. Nze nakizuula I'm not a farmer. I've tried to farm, I've tried to kulunda, did not work for me. So nja kulundira mu field zange. Yeah, but we are headed to Hoima Road. Kino kireka okuba kyali kyuma kya kasooli oba nga kyuma kya kasooli. Mulaba tanka. Eno ze zitaka zedde ezo ezazimbibwa ng'obuzimbibwa. That was constructed. Must be expensive, eh? But this is a very beautiful road though. Senga lubadde ate lwa tarmac. Bali badde tweyagala. Senga balukola nga bwebakola ziri eri ezeeri. Nalo ne balukola ne lubala. I think these connecting roads should be worked on. It will help decongest the city, because if all people, and if not all people, are going back to Busega to connect with, for example, you are going to Hoima Road in Gaseta Kakuda Busega because these roads are bad. nga mvuga luno oluguudo because it's tarmac. Ate zino enguudo zaali badde tezifana kufa. But I don't know why they are not being worked on. Yeah, so random car talk, you can ask me your questions. One thing that I saw over the weekend is that you should try as much as possible to sort out the wiring of your car. Otherwise, ojja kusula ku kkubo. Emmotoka yo ne bw'eba mpya, like the RAV4 gye twalese ku kkubo mpya ku mmotoka yange. Mpya buli kimu. When you look at the body, when you look at the interior, the engine, it had a twin cam engine. Yade basically mmotoka mpya. It was a UAW. One of the cars that I would actually say worth 15 million. Naye emmotoka yamubeezeza ku kkubo because of wiring. Naayita makanika n'agaana okujja. Omukyala wuyo agenda simba bitooke. Nze nagezaako okusimba ebitooke. I then realized tebyali bidde bannange okulima kuno. Oluguudo ate lulime. Temuli binnya surprise. Munnange luno oluguudo lungi. I think one of the reasons it's nice is because not so many cars actually use this road. I normally use this road nga nkulaba ku jjajja wange. Era nja mulabako nga nva emitiiyana. Sigenda kudda busege ekyo nakiganye. And so whenever I'm going to far places, I try as much. From the time that I was supervising people between Mubende, Masaka and Hoimai, I realized that you could actually connect throughout the district going back to the gazetted main roads. One right out big car. Katwalo bebazaala eno naye nga tebamanyi tebabazaala n'eno. Bazadde bamwe tebabatwalangako gye babazaala. Arthur, good morning. Can you please recommend a nice garage? A nice garage for what car, those Jeremy? Jeremy, njagala kufuuyirayo kamotoka kange. Please recommend a nice garage. Yeah, I have someone. Oluyimba lwa cafe bannange, for the people that have not watched my TV show, soke muyuze oluyimba olwo.
It's the cafe. Oh, it's someone!
I'm pausing to show you this. Someone is building cottages here. Nabulaba luliwe naite eno. Very nice. Mubulaba. Nice cottages. Bwa chuichimu, but no one actually mind chuichimu because they are very well designed. Aleka azimba like a resort, because there is no other way he's building these things for what? I think he's building a resort. They look really nice. Kai, to them to visit cafe.
Nindevo, Uganda, tukora hamwe. Nuwabu sinje, nuwabu we, emanimon petwaza. Bueno tukwata nse, we can do it together. Kenya ukanya mubuzarwa, nenye kiriza zaitu. Make it for our embaganiza, to make it hangane to ham.
Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Mukukola tuyombagana tulwanagana tusojjagana naye tukwatiriwamu ate agali awamu gegaluma ennyama. So we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Muna, kamatoka gitembeli. Gitembeli. Bana, tuli kuchiwa. Tuli mukatale.
Where the highs and lows may be there.
The fights may be there, but when we get together as one, we can do it, we can do it. Tuchisabana, tuchibasa.
Yes, good morning. Leero tuli off road yowaddala. Kati wano we tuli I'm suspecting tuli wabaite Masulita. For the guys that have never been to Masulita, ngamuulirayo buulizi Masulita. This is Masulita town. And jibaita Masulita town. You know about this road is tarmacked from here. I have no idea why only this place was tarmacked. Actually, in the summer tree sekwa lita Masulita SS. Or tree baita Masulita. This is Masulita town. Nange munange Masulita nalimpulira muwulire ngamanye wala. But it's actually not far. Next village Busunju. Abusunju ekyali wala. Masulita ne drone zizino gyeziri. Eno Masulita gye batunda ploti ez'emitwalo 75. Ne viti zizo gyeziri. Eno Pradono teyalema muleme ng'erabika bubi. Etudde n'omupiira. So but this is Masulita town. Waliwo abatatuukangako eno nga mulaba bipya. Naye okumanya kino nakyo kyalo. Aba boda mubalaba. Owa boda omala mukubira ngombe tasuubirayo mmotoka muvaako mabega. Muzaffaru is asking whether I can get Alteza US series million banana. I don't want to rule it out. I can't say it's impossible, but it's a very hard thing. Moroka zali nya. Nyo. Era if you're someone ngojina Alteza ngere mu million banana, kebe UAM mpita. I have people that are willing to buy those cars. Naye moroka tezira bikamweye bei. As a matter of fact, the people I was hosting yesterday, mwabadde mugaya ina milioni 9. Ayagala moroka naye nga nonya ne moroka gye mugamba okugula ku milioni 9. Esaawa eno. I recommended he looks for a Spacio old model. Why the Spacio old model? Is that at 9 million, the Spacio old model, if you find it, it's possible that take a car nnyo. Then the people that have been driving the Spacio old models loved them so much. So it's very possible that you will find a Spacio old model that is in good condition. A model kazini endala million 9. If you buy like, let's say, primo old model ojaji funanga ya sisi 12 ebiseera ebisinga. Ate nazo ziri rare kati. Abazina tebatunda. But next primo old model osobola ogifuna is a model gebiri, probably it's what I can say. Rav feri mu milioni 9 eyinza obutaba nnungi nnyo naye nga naye osobola okugifuna. Then Vitz ne Vitz osobola okugifuna milioni 9 naye ate abantu temwagala Vitz ku kamotoka katono. Mark 2 Musota osobola okugifuna. The Mark 2 Grand you can actually get it. But Mark 2 Grand I wouldn't bet my hand on it because Mark 2 Grand ya bei mu ku Mark 2 Musota. Bw'atwala bane Mark 2 Musota okuginonyamu ezo milioni 9 nga nnungi bulungi nakyo kizibu. The goodness I'm talking about is the kind of goodness that my car is at. Moroka yange okera bukezi n'osimbula n'ogamba ngenda wano and you drive and go. Okitegeera sigamba nti ogenda kula moroka ate nga bw'oba olina okugenda ku country olina soosa mu garage ate ne bakola biki finding a car that is as good as mine Mark 2 Grand mu milioni 9 kiyinza okuba ekizibu. But one of you guys actually called me. Nongamba bakuwa Mark 2 Grand ku milioni 5. I had not looked at it. Nengamba bwogifunye ng'okikakasa nnungi, you go ahead and buy. Ete wampa consultation wange. Oyina kumpa 5 naye wangaka nkutereko omutwalo paka katokuteekangako. Although it was a very hard deal, when I looked at the car afterwards, one page is a refinery. The Mark 2 Grand yali erabika ng'eri more than ekigwo. So, but I hadn't seen the car, so I wasn't doing pre-purchase. You can't do pre-purchase inspection over the phone. But this section of the road is actually ugly. It's ugly. It has a lot of gullies. When water flows, it creates gullies. And this part of the road has a lot of gullies. Kati Alteza S-series that you can get at 80, but I would, if you get it at 80 kikebere nnyo manzi munyo Alteza ennungi yali badde million nga 13 kwambuka waggulu. That's from what I experienced in the market. I thought driving on Maram takes more fuel. It depends on how you drive. Kati nze ndinamu SC. It doesn't. Anti kakati Emma, a road is a road, by the way. Erache bakulima anti Maram takes more fuel. The reason why chibagamba anti Maram takes more fuel is because Maram roads wane Kampala ebisere bisinga gaba gajjudde ebinnya. Kati lwaki dibaliga ebegenda twala olina okusala ebinnya and all that, so you cannot maintain optimum speed. But if you find a road that is as good as this road, you can actually manage fuel properly. You save fuel actually, because one of the inekubo ndivuga nyunga ngendo kuraba kujajja wange, and I save fuel. It's better than me driving back to Waise then ndegere na Bweru. It's definitely better. So I find that I save money when I drive via this road. I save a lot of money, by the way, and not just money. I save time, and time is money. So time equals money. So means time plus money, you save money squared. I was very poor at mathematics, but some of these things bigatagata wano wetutuse linesomero lya Katikamu SDA. Mwenye balina branches nyingi, but this is the Katikamu SDA on Hoima Road. Kino kikome nankimanyi because one of my cousins, actually 2 of my cousins, went to this school for O and A level. So this is Katikamu SDA. No. Light College Katikamu, sorry. This is Light College Katikamu. That's Light College Katikamu. That's how I know it. Najango bachalidanga achavuga. Precious agezagwira yoko. Mr. Arthur, that's my home area. Where are you going? Ngena mitiyana. So Emma, driving on tarmac on Maram depends where you're driving. In a kubo dungi nnyo, so sina binya byensala. I can maintain speed. Also abantu kutama kama manyo kuvuga obubi ku Maram, I mean. Mbala baba boda tebasuubira yo mmotoka kumanya kyalo banna. Boda a means of transport. Yeah. At this area baleka tebalimaawo because eno area mbi. For those that don't know, Nyena Mitiana, it's a very good thing namwe abatalaba ku nguudo district to district nga tozzeeyo kudda kusega because most of the district tamake ne Maramu waayo si mubi because traffic ntono kati ne wataliko kuyita ebimotoka ebyo ebinene ebyo ekkubo lisobola okufa ne lisukka wano. This fitness bakuzaala watuufu. We have used about 25 minutes. Hoima Road is like 5 minutes away from where we are. So Tewali, there is no way you would have used 25 minutes to get to this area where we are going. While you are doing enough go gende wa ise oite oyungire na Bweru okitegeera. Then oyungire ogate ovugoite Nansana oite Wakiso okitegeera oyite Kachiri olyoka ogwe mu katawuni ketugenda okugwamu ngenda Kalaba manyi bwe bakayita, but I don't remember the name. Naye kati tutuuse ku Hoima Road and we have used about 20 minutes. So if I use another 30 minutes to get to Mitiana Road, you know what that means? It means I've saved a lot of time and money. again. So yes, the road is not that friendly by the way, but I find that it's actually okay because I've driven this route and Springs of Hope High School Gobero. Katawuni ketugenda mbakaita Gobero, Hoima Road, for the guys that know Hoima Road. So you see how much time we've saved. Even the headache of being stopped by traffic officers that have nothing to tell you. Katugenda gwa mkatawuni kebaita Gobero ku Hoima. Mulabe ne wajjuddeyo balimi. Ne wajjuddeyo balimi ono musajja huyo wanadi. Nagamba siri muli kulima. Ebyokulima nabivaako. Maina y'essomero eno. From here you can see the tarmac, by the way. From here you can see the tarmac. Emoroka weziita wali. We have used about 30 minutes. Kubanga now it's 7:52. We are setting the offer about 7:25 okuva Matugga. And our goal was to get to Hoima Road, so that eventually we get to Tiana Road. Yeah. Chemanyi katama kumukalengera wali wa parking eri emmoroka. Kumugirengera. So Kati, for the guys that know these roads from Matugga to Gobero, how much time would I have taken senga mvuze nenzira ku main road nengenda nenetolola ebwayise? How much time would I have taken? Atenga sigenda ku Hoima Road ngenda Mitiana Road, so I would have actually had to go to Bwayise then ngenda. Although this road is a little uncomfortable, for you guys that are listening, tutuse webayite Gobero. This is Gobero town. Tutuse ku Hoima Road. Now yeah, remember we are going to be Tiana. Tugenda Mitiana. Yes. Kati tutuse ku main road. Mugirengera. Kati muomere kano ka. Do you see how Uganda is green, guys? Uganda is really green, eh? Senge ngudo za fezo nazo na National Roads Authority ezikola. Ezibera bwe nga we can connect from district to district. I think people would actually visit with tour Uganda more. Orabe wali okumpi Chris Fitness. Kamera batawanyiza bambi sorry. Anti badde yenyenya. Arthur, don't talk bad about my home district. Arthur, is that the road that connects to Sekanyonyi? I have no idea where I'm going to connect to, but Chobomanya now, Chris Fitness agambe werugazi, bate manyi bakuzaale eno. Kamere katete. Gobero is close to Busunju. Kati chamanyi ngenda Busunju. Chamire Busunju. When chamire Busunju, they get paka Mitiana. If you take it the quickness. Lero mujja kulambula Uganda musaga. Highway, please maintain the bana mulengere that beautiful view rakube miti ya gitemaona still beautiful. The green is beautiful, right? You're beautiful green. Nzengambe ngudo za fezo naba alikoze netubanga kwegamba Uganda tuyagala, because when you go, I've been to like Norway and I went deep in the village, like deep in the village. I took a train for 2 hours. Ate train is abazungu muzimanyi bwe zidduka. So I took a train for 2 hours ne banona ku train station etuvuga for 1 hour. You can imagine. But still all the way paka makago omuntu gye nagenda. I was young that time. Waliwo tamak up to the home. Paka wakyamira okuyingira ewuwe. Okitegeera. Ate nga neewuwe baakolawo. So I'm thinking if we could get a favor like that from Busunju, the road connects to Mitiana is Sekanyonyi Road. I've used it before. Ena dik banalio. Enengo Mitiana mbuddi because I used to drive this road when I was of course working between these two. When I had my teams, I would drive here and then I would go to Hoima Road, then work with the team in Hoima Road for like 2 days. Then in Empite, you're going to Nengwe, Mubende. I work with the team in for 2 days, and then I'll drive it. Then and I go to Masaka, and then I work with the team in Masaka. We were in the field for like 3 weeks. We were working with ECOP. We were doing awareness dramas. For the guys that don't know, I have a very good team that can work on dramas, sensitization, awareness dramas, educational dramas in every field. I'll try to call financial literacy. And we were doing performance in those districts. I had network yagala basu yakavyuka no mukalengera. I think when we were factory plywood. No. Factory plywood eri mabegeri. Kati bano bazimba mu wetland mubalaba. Wano nefuna amadaba no yabamu ku bantu abasooka okubeera affected. Because this is a wetland, pure wetland. Simanyi lwaki bazimba nawo. Kati bano abantu bawona toilet zaabwe za kalina. Wano bayita oba lukolu. Badde empisa nenengerayo mukama wange ngajja. Good morning, Mr. Arthur. Good morning, car enthusiasts. Finally, I'm back. Amina Starch. Beautiful. Uganda is very beautiful. Eyo Museveni yalwaniranga. Chokata nakola ngudo. Alize nakola ngudo as a favor to the people. Ate ema comment ojijje wennene gye mbadde ngenda okusoma. Katawuni ketuyita mba ketulimba kayita batya. You should maintain speed limits banage bagay buli wotuka mu katawuni bwe kati. Your speed limit should be maximum 50 kilometers per hour, but ideally you should do 30 to 40. Why? Because at that speed you can actually stop the car in case akana kavuderinga kasala oba omulalu avuderinga asala. Because teri muntu wabongo tuyingidde namayumba by the way. Kati olabera speed limit akapande kakagamba 50 kilometers per hour is the speed limit. Kati era I can almost guess nti bobo ofuluma namayumba owa traffic ali maaso wali akutte ekibundu. Tebabeera nga town etandika bamanya nti town babeera before kapande akagamba nti you can go beyond 50 km. Network ateyagaliza abantu kulaba. This is Namayumba town for the guys that don't know. Katoyongerayo Busunju. Actually a road here that gets me back to Semuto Road, but bangamba ateli insula Semuto, but Semuto would be very far for me. Neka nukatauni kakuzela kubaka bula mukalina temuli kalina neemu bannange waliwo buduuka duuka. Kati ngenda Balaga Gardens nga bonobo oyita ku miti ku Hoima Road kuno noyagala omuyako Namayumba abo bo wagira family ya Arthur. Ngenda Balaga Gardens as a family member ogendanga n'omuwagira. I now own a washing bay. I now own a bar for the guys that drink. The guys that eat the ninkini ajirina ojanga n'omuwagira. Gardens, Subi Gardens. I'm not going to stop because in Nikubunde, but Subi Gardens wewo ojjanga owagiranga yaba sente ozizizza waffe wadde sinze mba nzikutte naye nanyini awo ngumanyi ekabirizi. Yes, you are right about saving time, because we connect to Masaka Road from Mitiana Road via Katende without going to Busanga. Exactly. So you definitely save time and money. By the way, if I had to go back to Busega, to Bwaise, then go to Busega, then go to Mitiana Road, it's a lot of work. Nange nayitangayo eyo nga ngende waffe Lwamata yewa waliwo farm yiyo Rees mixed farm. I'm sure yakola nga model farm. You can go and learn from him or her. Ngenda Mitiana Lucky Moze, Mr. Arthur, ebyembi bisekerwa. A full grown up man like me, I've never traveled to Masaka, I've never reached Western North Up country na ye ennyonyi zo nzirinye anti ate aviation. By the way, statue, you know, could they Kampala, and then you visit. You need to be able to visit to tour your country. It's a very beautiful country. Hoima Road is developing. So Lucky Moze mwaba Hoima Road mujje mwekolemu omulimu. Muzimbe kalina at least. When population grows in areas, definitely there is consumption power, and where there is consumption power, people start selling, and when people start selling, they make more money. So but obuzimbe butonotono mwekolemu omulimu ne wano kanaka ulichiko bakaita kyanuna kana kataunu ka kyanuna. Lwamata is after Busunju as you are heading to Chiboga. I'm selling my country. I'm seeing my country, and I'm like, I need to come back in November. I read this and tour around my country. Kuba, it's beautiful. There is a Zion Estate this way. Zion Estate has namayumba. Neka kati namayumba nga wala. Temula bantu nze wembeera wala. Naye namayumba. Namayumba is 40 kilometers from town. Kayatera Zion Estate ye namayumba. Teri ku main road. Era nayo yingira mu ndange ye wafe ya Matuka. My parents are from Mitiana Road and Hoima Road. Mwino kwekolamu omulimu maani Lucky Moze. Yagala okuyisa kintu kino naye. Wano waliwo ndowooza engeri ya bridge. Gaya agambye ku bupande bwe bwalina, if you can't see me in my mirrors, I can't. Kachituufu kubanze ne mirror sigiraba. Yoko went and Nagamba, don't overtake on the left blind spot. I think I'm too for Gamba border. Because if you overtake from the left, guy is Okuranga, Ukraina, what as a side. Together in Busunju town, by the way. Take over to the Busunju town. All I wish, new football stadiums will be stationed in such areas. By the way, it would also boost development. It would boost development a lot. Maybe okuyisa nabivuddeko ndi mu mboozi. Ono omusajja ambadde mukuba eggaali n'agiwulira. Naye ka tugende bwe tuti munyumire view. Bwe ngenda speed view temugiraba emiti egiri ku bbali. Those trees have been able to grow because the kubo lino balikola dda. So people can actually know that now ekubo teta expanding nnyo. Although road reserve egenda paka emiti gye giri. Iri kakali akantu ka road reserve, it's actually after the trees. So lino ekubo likyasobola okugejja ne likola leeni endala. Leeni endala naye ate wano nga wampi. Eri wateeka okuba wakkirira. Bw'okyobamanya nti this road can actually make 2 extra lanes. So ekubo likyasobola okugazibwa. Kakali akapala akakakasi. Gundi Polia Road Reserve ile yayo NRM girengedde. That white thing. That's one lane there. Neri nayo side eri nayo waliyo leeni endala esobola okuvaayo kati iyo bridge y'e Busunju. So there are people who kolera kampa munnange, you'll be surprised. Waliyo abantu abatalina kyejo nga buli naku ava e Busunju n'agenda e Kampala, and Busunju is far, by the way. If you didn't know, Busunju is 50 kilometers from town. This is beautiful. It's like we are in Norway. Norway is very memorable in my country, in my head, because Norway is the first country I ever visited when I went abroad. I was 16 years, and I was there for 6 weeks. So I toured Norway like nothing. Our parents spoiled us by not normally taking us sleep in the village. Every time we were in boarding, now we don't katinsaze speed hiyo. Ate wano nga balaga waliwo mika. Kapeka semoto zinjagala genda Mityana ngati wali wandaga nti nzine Mityana. So kene yongere kireka sinatuuka Busunju. In a course they didn't tell Mityana. I just want to be sure kambuze wana aba board. Quiz fitness ochaliyo. Wamanye ku. Papa jebale. Njagala gwa Mityana. Nyongere ko kale ne yanzanyo. Olifananye. Waliwo Jessa farm. Ifananye na chamirako gene Mityana. Nange by the way ndudde okugireno. From the time that I was working with teams, that was in 2021. Wano katika dokatamu bakaita mika wamma tetunatuuka Busunju. Olusozi lulu lisimanyi oba mu lulabi. Kati gwe nsereko starch bojja olina genda n'ogula ku lusozi eri n'ogulayo eka nga 3. N'ozimba ennyumba nga gali kwoleka. Mutumanya nti omusama yakomawo. Kati kano ka bridge mukalabye. Bridge zibadde bbiri tuyina gye tuyiseeko wali. Eno yakubiri. Katuyingira Busunju town. The road is on the left after Rio College, Busunju. Yeah. Like him say, we must leave our kids with a country that is developed. That's why zangenda ko fufunyali. Mutufu abana bafe tulina balekera ensinga nnungi. Good morning JK. Male Martin Michael, good morning. Katuyingira Busunju kyemmanyi. Tuyingira Busunju. Aba traffic babano tebasinika mannyo. Bo bakwata ate balina ekipiki. Ayina ebipapulo yo. Eno factory yaki. Eno Busunju naye agenda akulala akuba siraba kalina. Busunju yokula naye siraba mu factory bano baleka babyennyanja bano. Ate bandi badde baki. Balina awo kapande. Sebe no waliyo radio yaayo bagiyita Mboona FM. Mboona FM tuyingide Busunju. This is Busunju town. Buli bakukwata kona kukozesa n'otsumagiro gendo kutukuka nga kubwase. This is Busunju town mwete mumanyi. Kati wamangera kucha ntuse wenkyamira ino waliyo ne toto. Wamanya town naye temuli kalina eyiri bagizimba yesoseemu. Yojja isanga MP enanyiniyo. Ntuse wenkyamira Chris Fitness wabadde mutuufu wengendo gwaye bayita Ssekanyonyi. Naye nga sirina kye nnaalidde ndoza naali Mityana. Manyi neewala nnyo okulya ebintu nga bi Rolex. Twali with Mabel, for those that remember, I twali ne Mabel mu studio on Saturday, and kansoke mse wa kalango ka cafe. Muna tuli wa
Nidebo hamwe nuwobusinje nuwobukwe emirimu twetwaza mutukwatanize we can do it together. Enyaukanya mu buzalwa nenyi Me kick it for our embaganza to make a hungry to hum.
Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Eyo mukukola tuyomba gana tubandagana tusojjagana so we can do
Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Muna amatoka gitemberi bana tuli kukiwa tuli mukatale
Where the highs and lows may be there, the fights may be there, but when we get together as one, we can do it. Tuchisobora, tuchibaza.
Stephen Karina Stephen Karina zeziraga nti mukulaakulana abantu balina ku ssente ate era Karina zireta development because with more storage buildings more businesses can come, more apartments can be built, means more people will come and more purchasers will come, which means more sales will be made, means more money will be made. Take it. Guys, the camera might be shaky a little, but that's because we are in a road that is shaky. These phone holders zikwasa na rubber waliko wenzi kwa so atwalwa abatalambulanga konga tebamanyi naye eno. And this road is busier than the one we took from Matuga, but it's also smooth. I would have expected to be less smoother. It's less smooth, but it's smoother than it's smoother than what I expected. Basindi amayumba yiri simanyoba mukirengera nze bwenjirengera. Beautiful house. Lekati wano wetuli, this is like a wetland. People are not allowed to be building wetlands. Ngamba muna mukadde muveeko ono namukadde akuba boda to boda ngoleta milioni 13 muveeko. Some cars are priceless. Laki Mose ngenda Mitiana era virayo Mitiana Sekanyonyi 5k. By the way, ngenda gagura wamata bwinagala banja naye wange I have only one person that drinks milk. Is Ragnar. Me, I don't like milk. Banywa amata. Wawe nyini Chris Fitness wawe ngenda okugafuna nze ndagirira. For those that don't know, we are live on the road that goes from Busunju to Mitiana. Still, we have a lot of green on these roads. A lot of green. YouTube should introduce a stabilization effect now in the live broadcast, especially for Africa. Like a stabilization to some. And by the way, you may think we are running. I'm driving 50 kilometers per hour, which is very acceptable. I'm okay, Vianney. Vianney, Subaru yango ogiraba gyeri. Eno sije baita L200. Baita L200 etuli maaso. Oba ewerekerani escort vehicle. Zey, kankuyiteko. Tayagala muyisa. Agazibwa n'okugaziwa. Tamanyi nti eno bagiyita namukadde Corolla. Biri gumu. Beautiful house there. A beautiful house there. Very beautiful. Ate aina ne gardens. Irabika nga hotel. Irabika nga nyumba y'omuntu tetegerekeka. Nedda Sebo says stabilization kati eno yetaga yamu software. Why? Because ene simu ne webera stable, phone holder oba tripod beba teri stable nga nadala nga work, because this phone has stabilization, but the stabilization works with the camera, the internal camera nga toyisiza mu software. Kati YouTube is like a software, so the software itself needs to have stabilization enabled nga buno obwenyenya bwe mulaba software ya bujjamu. It's 8:20. We have so far traveled for an hour. From Matuga, we are headed to Mitiana right now. That side looks dry enough for heavy trucks to use. I think they actually use it. That's why it's not even as smooth as the first road we used. Because the first road we used from Matuga to Gomero was actually smooth. Yes, because normally those trucks don't cross these streets. Yakusanga be Busunju era bakoma Busu but supplying Busunju. So Katichi, one of the heavy trucks we have seen. Actually the only one so far to Akalava. iPhone 15. It says there's a million kumi. Nga million kumi ngula simu. Zameka eze simu. But stabilization, your truck. Yeah, they don't mulambudde. Boda mulai bwakwate gaali kati otosobola kumuyisa okujjako nga ayagadde asika omuliro kufiirawo teri byamuliisa nfuufu. Yes, Steve Barros. Which car below 10 million can manage to move through such roads? Hey, you can get a Spacio old model, Primo old model, RAV4, Vitz. Basically, the one more can like my Corolla has nothing special. And I last maintained it over when I was putting a new hub, and that wasn't maintaining. That was replacing a part that was worn out. So a Moroccan Zonazi Sobola, but if you can afford an SUV both in buying and keeping on the road, buy an SUV. In a Moroccan Fentono, zifa nnyo ebintu ng'ebikopo because these are off-road. The moka zaffe, they were not made for off-road. So if you can afford something like a RAV4 or a Kruger or a Vanguard, you can, those are better cars for these roads. Nekati the city mubede sinatuka kuleza moroka. That's why I'm driving a Corolla, but even the Corolla actually works perfect. Nengera kali akasozi kalabika bulungi mukalengera kirayika. That's the road, the hill I have to go around inakwetolaka akasozi okugw'emitiana. Banzikira bwe nali nvuga ngenda emitiana neetoloola olusozi bwenti tulabika lwe lwengenda okwetoloola. Nabagaa mwana wa booda oyo mulaba tosobola kumuyisa okujjako nga yasazewo n'agamba genda. Kati wali awasika omuliro bwatula mu side mirror eri how far. Abantu no bazimba amayumba ag'omulembe eno mu byalo, abali mu bibuga tuli mu kuzannya buzanyi. The thing about this side, era senga sinfuufu ono wa booda nyankuba, my windows will be down. Nti eno side eno wabayo fresh air ate nga nyingi olusozi mululengedde bannange. Very nice, very beautiful. Eno waliyo Mukisa farm. Olusozi mululengera bwe lulabika obulungi bannange. Koona bateeka okuba bagwamu nnyo. Wabula olireetako ekimama koona bbi nnyo nnyo. Jjukira lirimu oluyinja. Oluyinja olwo olusika emmotoka. Osiba bw'otyo, omukazi mumulabye avuga eggaali. Osiba bw'otyo oluyinja ddwo nga lukwesikira nga lukutwala. Enguudo bwe ziti zeetaaga kuvugisa bumanyi. Si kimama. Eno waliyo national water ssebo. Naye abantu bali ku bbowa. Kikulaga ki? People can't afford national water this side. Tukaffe abagala national water eri ewaffe taliiyo. Yes, I reach a little after, yeah, Mitiana. Mamse katono Mitiana Road. Mbuza, do you need refill oil before? It depends on how far your service is off. The service here embadi na kajikola. But ngenda kuchusa oil, ngenda kwesa oil owebe. I'm going to use premium oil in my car very soon. Ila katika nokemve Mitiana, ngenda genda ngule oil olio wa amani. Nimateka mu mmoroka yange. JK is saying, I have never understood the craziness of people about phones really. I have held only 4 phones since 2010. iPhone 3G, 6S, and 12 Pro Max. I guess I'm leaving it when it dies. Ante bazibba. The thing JK with Uganda, can tuliseka my people, tuliseka nyonyi. Can you believe we have traveled from Hoima Road to Mitiana? From Busunju to Mitiani, like these are like another 20 minutes. Tuliseka nyonyi, katuli Mitiana to Ingrid Mitiana district. Kati wenzi na nenye inagenda direct no manje amamayumba gaba. Twaingide Mitiana. Ati tuli museka nyonyi naye tunatuka Mitiana town. Naye nga tuli Mitiana. Kati jeko oli munsi gye batabba masimu kati fene Kampala omuntu akate simu yenga mpya ne bagimubbako next month. Kati nga alina bwaddamu okula tagala kuddamu kuleeri. Agala gula kanamba modo agala new modo kati mbuza kilomita 18 to reach Mitiana town. But 18 kilometers kunza avuga 30 kilometers to town. 30 kilometers back home, 18 kilometers temuli. Because if I'm driving 50 kilometers per hour, I'm going to use about 15 kilometers to get to Mitiana Road. Chitegeza by about 9 a.m. Yakuba and Mitiana. Mulambu. era si bbi nnyo naye nkusu nga n'amakubo gonna bali badde bagakola connect nga naye thank you Steve Barros. Amina gendo oyiribe bannange. Mukama abateremu omukisa mwenna abagenza okuyiriba. Mukama